Next day. A place where there is no darkness. Welcome back. I hope you don't mind if we get started right away. We have tons of work ahead of us. Alright, no problem. Let's go. I met with my superiors and they wish to continue with the test case. They believe the capability of Orwell to handle this. Oh, and of course you. Geez, thanks, I'm an afterthought. My superiors agree with me. Based on the investigation you've already extracted, the activist group known as Thought is worth investigating. Alright? It seems that this Goldfels is an important member of Thought, so we now have the clearance to consider them as a target person. Now that Goldfeld is a target person, there may be new data chunks available in documents you have already accessed. Don't forget to go back and recheck your sources. Understood. Alright, let's go ahead and... Okay, so I've unlocked that one. So now we need to go back into this, and let's go into the Thought. And let's just see if this pulls up anything new. Okay, so this has been updated, I believe, right? Redacted. Interesting. Okay. Alright. Now, because that's interesting, because the last time we knew who the arresting officer in the holding facility was, so now we don't. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the Thought here. Okay, so this stuff is still archived, which means we cannot access it, because according to this, it's all been privatized. So possibly some self-incriminating information is there. Alright, so I need to find out who this dude is right here. And I'm going to have to kind of dig around here. Let's see. And I'm sure there's a way we're supposed to do this, but I do not know entirely. Oops, that's that. Go back to this. Well, we can add this. This might be something, I don't really know. The letter, we were right, it seems. Yep, we were. Okay, so thoughts are free. When I was still young, long before I immigrated to the nation in 1993, I believe in news. Okay. So he immigrated, which tells us that he's from a different part of the world, possibly. A German immigrant, yes, an immigrant. When I think of increasingly aggressive operations and the surveillance machinery in the nation, I truly feared the answer to this question. So that is why I created this blog. I want to encourage alternatives. Well, that's interesting. This probably isn't a big deal, however, kind of curious about that. The Thought, an activist group with the same name as his blog? Yep. If Goodfelds is the one who created the blog, perhaps he founded, or even it was the leader of the activist group. Or he could be like a second in command. That's what my thought is. What do we got here? Okay. Something else? That must change. Okay. Okay, so there's conflicting data right here. So let's go ahead and read this. After 1.5 years, recruiting 2 of my students and arranging 3 demonstrations like the one held at Freedom Plaza, I feel obliged to ask myself where we stand. Have we reached our goal? Now, this is his picture right here. Let's add his picture. Okay, we have his picture now. He recruited 2 people here. Let's go ahead and add that. What has been sacrificed? 3 demonstrations. More interesting might be the 2 students are seemed involved. Yeah, no kidding. I'd like to find out who that was. What do we got here? Sorry about last night. I really should have come over. Yeah, she's gone. He said that the client has been massively influenced and could bring a whole lot of exposure to the office. I've been trying to get this meeting for months, and if it went rather well. So here's hoping. God, I'm such a stupid old man who talks about his job too much. I'm sorry. It's just a bigger part of my life. Hello? You still upset? Cassie? Can you at least answer me? If you don't, I'll start to worry. And you know what I'm like. Yeah, dude, she's gone. Alright, so let's go ahead and go back to our reader here. Now, we have two conflicting reports right here. Frankly and sadly, the answer to the latter is a resounding no. We let ourselves be consumed by anger and hatred towards those we thought to do us wrong. Thoughts are free, but that does in no way mean that they can attack and do whatever they wish. Instead of blaming others, I now see my high aims might well be the cause for all the events of the past months, more than anyone else thought. I feel responsible. As a consequence, I will halt my activity. So I'm wondering. What's conflicting with this? Hinted at trouble in the past of thought. Okay, so what is the conflict here? So these two are conflicting with each other. I'm going to do this one. A troubled past. Well, we'll have to get to the bottom of this now. Agreed. Okay, so let's do these two right here. Whatever. Active engagement means still an intriguing fact. Alright, well, let's see. Let's see what this does. Well, what now? Stellingard? The same Stellingard where the bomb just exploded? You know what I think about coincidences. I won't repeat it. So far, the evidence suggests that Goodfellas was a prominent lecturer at Stellingon, and some of his students became involved in thought. Did he recruit them for this cause? Yeah, it looks like he did, because that's in the past. Yeah, exactly. We've got to identify these students. Please reconsider. Guy Hurt was only a GD cop, and they had it coming for long. It was messy. I know, all the way back to this thing. Okay, I messed up organizing that, but we made news. Can I add this? No, I can't. Okay, so I gotta go back. Memorial. Knowledge, science, wisdom. At sometimes, all remain silent. Alright. Breaking news. First suspect in connection with the assaults arrested. Woman arrested in connection with the recent attacks in Bonton. A couple of minutes ago, the Bonton Police Department reported that an arrest in connection with the recent bombings in the capital has been made. A young woman has been brought into custody thanks to investigation efforts of a special task force. Police spokesman Kaufman said. How the woman is related to the bomb attacks, Kaufman did not cover. However, it is rumored that the suspect is known to authorities. But yeah, so this is probably her, most likely. All right, let's go back to this. All right, let's go to the homepage of Memorial. All right, so bomb assault on Stellingon Campus closed down until further notice. Yesterday evening, an explosive device went off in Stellengan campus, killing a Stellengan student as well as a lecturer. Several other individuals have been severely injured. The authorities are investigating. This is an unspeakable tragedy, Stellengan President Hopkins said during the press conference that took place this morning. In the light of recent events, it is impossible to maintain daily routine. This is why I have decided to suspend all education services of Stellengan University until further notice. Therefore, Stellengan campus will remain closed at least for the rest of this week, with no educational courses or events taking place. Okay, nation's best competition, best public dining hall. The jury of the nation's best contest, annually awarded to the most excellent public services, has declared Stellengan's Canteen the winner in its best public dining hall category. In the recent time, we have tried to be fearless about our services in something new, something that just may not have worked. We are happy to receive this honor as direct consequence of those efforts. The student service manager, Gusto, declared consecutively in a press statement. Okay, so let's look at the courses. Stellengan University offers prospective students courses from a broad variety of fields in which bachelor's or master's degrees may be obtained. Please refer to the faculty pages for a more detailed description of each course. Biotechnology, medicine technology, environmental technology, both. Media technics, media ethics. This course is currently unavailable due to Representative Professor A. Goldfield's having retired. Interesting. So he was the instructor there. I think they said that already. Media management. Interesting. Okay, so general law, business law, criminal law. Okay. So he taught here. Notable alumni. Aranda Buford, a Stellengan alumnus. I want to say Stellengrad, but I don't know that's not right. It's Stellengan alumnus of the biotechnology course, is the founder and CEO of one of the highest grossing online grocery trading companies, Mkato. So, Catherine Delacroix, well, we've heard of her before, haven't we? Ever since her early years as a student of criminal law, Catherine Delacroix has been a member of the party. In 2009, when the party had been elected as government, Delacroix was named head of the newly created Ministry of Security. Joseph Langley, it's either Joseph or Joseph. I don't know which one, but either one. Joseph Langley opened his own law office in the city of Bonton some years after his graduation from Stellengan in 1992. His law office is probably best known for having defended construction entrepreneur Elwood Hendricks in what gained public attention as the Lion's Share scandal. Okay, Joanna McEljoy. Having studied medical technology at Stellengan, Joanne McElroy now is the host of the eponymous. God, I can't even pronounce words. Eponymous. I think that's what the word is. Daily TV show for Ed Malcolm Rice. I just don't like when I can't read words. In which he covers psychological family issues. All right. Is that all I can do? Yeah, so that's all I can do. Okay, so nothing else in here that really tells us much right now. I already read this. Okay. Attacks against Stellengan University in Bonton and Freedom Plaza are connected, experts conclude. The bombing that occurred yesterday at Selangan University seems to be connected to the attack against the Freedom Plaza earlier this week. This is the conclusion of the police division, who is investigating the cases. In both assaults, a similar explosive device created with pure malevolence appeared to have been used, police spokeswoman Steele said. The letters received prior to the assaults seem to support the suspicion. While their meaning is still puzzling to investigators, according to rumors, people have been theorizing the number of stanzas might represent the number of bombings, which in turn raises the question whether there might be another bombing yet to occur. That's an interesting point, or hypothesis. We understand that some people jump to this conclusion, but there is no good reason to believe this, Steele answered when confronted with the theory. Although, you do have to wonder during this press conference. Okay, so meanwhile, Selangan University has declared that normal operation cannot continue under the circumstances, so they will be closing their doors for the time being. The university has also put up a special front page to pay the respects to the assault victims. See above image. Okay, that's the image, which we kind of saw earlier. All right, let's see. Let's look at the courses here, which we already did. Yeah, we already looked at these. Okay, here we go. So this, I had to click on this. Abraham. Okay, let's take his name, because we know who this is. All right. Abraham. It is. Well done. Hopefully it's not an alias. Professorship at Media Ethics. Okay, Sally retired. Okay, yeah, that did. Let's see what this does. Occupation. Did you notice the bombing locations seem to be closely connected to thought? There could be a pattern emerging. Thought has held 3 demonstrations, yet there have only been 2 bombings, which might imply, well, it's definitely a shot in the dark, but we absolutely need to do everything we can to prevent another attack. Take a close look at the past of each member with thought. Find out the locations of all the demos they have held, and that might yield a hint. Okay, so previously, Professor Goldfelds has held a position as a journalist at the Der Reporter, one of the most renowned German daily newspapers. Was also the chairman of Global Media. I wonder if this will help. And then Ethics Council. Yeah, let's do that too. Probably going to change something, right? Chairman of Ethics of Congress, yeah. Just the average run-of-the-mill terrorist trait. And then here's the song. Thoughts are free, a modern daytime declaration of independence towards mass surveillance. Brooke. So he was reading this for sure. Well, what do you say to that? He literally wrote the book. Uh-huh. Interesting. Wow. That's a whole lot of information about this Goodfellas, yet only one other page could be indexed. Very strange indeed. Yes. I think the next course of action should be to look for other people in this part of this thought, like students he mentioned. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so let's go back to the thought here. Freedom is unfree. Okay, so we already know about her. We already know about, this is Cassie. So we've already added this information. She has no comments. Where do you read Goodfellas? And we can't add this person, so that's not going to do any good. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait. There was something more. Just saw it. Not that. Let me go back to this. There we go.